Hey, what's going on? Can one of y'all lovely ladies share it in a group for me, please? Hey, boo. Caesar's greetings to everybody. Yes, Mrs. Claus is in the house tonight. Waiting on a couple more people, then I'm going to dive on in. I ain't going to take y'all time. Caesar's greetings, bro. How's everybody holidays going so far? All right, all right. I'm going to just get started. And everybody else, they just have to chime on in. Hold on, y'all. Ma'am. No. No, ma'am. All right. But anyway, I wanted to come in for the holidays for y'all, chime in with you, chat, spill a little tea. Based on the symbolism dealing with Christmas. No, 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 ma'am. Give me 1 second, y'all. You don't snuff away. Come on here. They tell me what to say. All right. Thank you, bro. Um, but yeah, I wanted to chat with y'all, spill a little tea about the symbolism dealing with Christmas. And I know I touched on it a little bit before, but I'm gonna dive in a little bit more than what I gained before. So first of all, we're gonna start with the symbolism dealing with the word Christmas. Okay, if you break it down, like I've always said, decode the words to get the origin of all words because the symbolism behind the words, even the language, our language, is symbolism behind everything. So if you break the words up and you get Christ and you have Muz, all right. If you look up Christ, research Christ or anything of that nature, you see that Christ is similar in the origin of also the Holy Trinity, as we would call, your Christ consciousness. Um, Also, triple guides or triple goddesses. The three, it deals with the three because Christ is three. So, and that's dealing with your masculine and feminine becoming one to be the divine energy. All right. Now, Muz is symbolized for mama, okay, or ma, also one's mother. And it also can be scientifically described as mass. All right. And if you look up mass, Okay, you have the symbol of one body, the majority of or the quantity of matter. Now we know energy is one body as well. Okay, we're all part of one body. Okay, dealing with Christ energy or Christ consciousness. All right, dealing with divine and feminine energy as one. Okay, sometimes we we have started to spell Christmas with the X. Okay, and in numerology, X means 10. All right, spiritually, it is a completion or a beginning. A reflection of one, also all, which is oneness. So, Christmas, pretty much the word by itself, is dealing with the Christ energy of all, which is within you, okay? Connecting you to the divine energy or the divine feminine energy as well, okay? Because Mars deals with mother, one's mother, okay? Or mass of, okay? Oneness. So during this time, a season, the elevation with the frequency of love is more projected. There's a little bit more compassion during this time. Also, connection, giving, all things dealing with your Christ energy when you are becoming one with self. All right. We go through all the trials and tribulations throughout the year until Christmas. You know, we give a little, we release a lot, we love on each other more, we connect even more. Okay, the energy is more vibrant, it's more higher. Okay, or instead of just higher, it's more balanced. Okay, the love is in the air. And that's why around this time, the tis the season comes up as well. Christ is also the Christos, anointed, the oil or the cerebral spinal fluid that goes to the pineal gland and eliminates it. Also the Christ of caress of Egypt. I've read that. Yes, I've heard that too. I heard that too. Especially the Christo. Okay. And each year, most households put in a Christmas tree, which is the pine tree of all nature. Okay. When I looked up the pine tree, right? And I wanted to see the symbolism behind the pine tree. Okay, the spiritual aspects as well, other than the physical. Peace, bro. We go deeper into ourselves after the winter solstice as the sun goes beneath it. Yes. Yes, we go deeper into ourselves because in fall already we were falling into isolation. Okay? Going deep into yourselves in winter, getting rid of, the things that don't even, doesn't even matter at them, at that time because you're finna flourish into something even greater coming spring. Getting the balance and, back in perspective of things, of all things. The tree, as I said, the tree is a pine tree. So, on the pine tree, it produces pine cones. Okay. Right, the fall back. I love the energy of winter. I do. I mean, I like the summers, but I love winter. I really do. Right. The pine tree produces pine cones, and the pine cone symbolizes your pineal gland. All right. If you ever look at a picture of a pineal gland, it's similar to looking to a pine cone. And also around the Vatican churches, they have statues of the pine cone. All right. That pine cone also symbolizes your first eye, which is what the pineal gland symbolizes as well. All right. The divine tree. If you look for research this, it speaks of this pine tree as the divine tree. Okay. And the reason being because there's so many elements going on the tree that brings forth the oneness energy. Yes, the cocoon. Okay. All right. And the tree itself symbolizes your foundation, your roots. Yes. In the Vatican pine one. Yep. The tree itself represents your foundation, your roots. All right. You know, we talk about the tree of life, which connects with your foundations and your roots as well. All right. Because everything from your foundations through your roots, it projects out through each limb of that tree. Okay. Which becomes your creations, your reality. Yes. I got my pine cones right here too. Yes. Okay. It's all about the divine inner. It's all about your first eye. Okay. And gaining control over that. All right. It's a reason why we seeing everything the way we supposed to. It's a reason why most are awakened to what we haven't been awoken to in a long time. We was only woke to a certain surface. So now we seeing more and more shit. We getting growth, okay? So we understand what's taking place, especially receiving these messages now. Hey, what's going on, fam? Symbolism and messages and everything. Okay? The lights on your Christmas tree, okay, it represents the lights, okay? Okay, the particles of light, the stars, all right? What is it? The celestial body, all right? Your lit, your spark, okay? And it also represents, a birthing, okay? Because from darkness you gain light, which is a new creation, which is a birth, all right? And at each end of the year, all right, we begin to process to birth something new for the new year. All right? Okay? Your star represents that crown. All right? On your tree. It represents your crown. All right? It has 5 points on it, which is also a symbolism of the pentagon, the 5 elements, and also the Baphomets. That good old as above, so below. And I'm going to get back to the pine tree because I got some more to go to that. And it's the Baphomet is a symbol of protection and inner exorcism. And I know we look at exorcism as something bad, okay? Or something fearful or something's going to get us type energy, all right? But if you just, research, and allow self to guide you to the truth, okay? And you will realize these words have more meanings to what you have been projected to in your experience, okay? People giving you their own perspectives, all right? And you have to look at shit out of the box, meaning you got to go beyond what somebody else has told you, all right? Gain to own your true understanding of self versus just word from mouth. But if you look up exorcism, it deals with cleansing, also the duality of the masculine and feminine. Yes! Light and dark. Yes, the Baphomet is also Sophia. Okay? The great divine mother. Yes. Yes, purging. Okay? Okay? The exorcism is, it's more than just, that shit that they talk about, which is to keep you from in the dark. Okay? But it's a cleansing, it's a purification. If you ever look at any movie dealing with exorcism, they're cleansing the soul. All right? They're cleansing the soul. Meaning that self, which is the person that's in the demises of the so-called exorcism, okay, like sis say, is purging these fucking energies off of them. That's a cleansing. Same thing we endure in our journeys. We get rid of different aspects of whatever aspect or perspective you no longer need. And you elevate beyond that. You move forward. That means you gain the lesson. You've gained the knowledge, the wisdom to proceed. Okay? So, and they got under this definition too of exorcism, which is a red flag for like knowing the truth. Not red flag for some bullshit, but red flag for like knowing the truth. Okay, that's the truth. And have deliverance under this definition as well. Okay, and if you look up deliverance and under the similarities, it's just set free. Okay, we were just talking about letting go. All right, so this Christmas energy. We decorating the tree. We projecting our new, our new journey, not a new journey, but our new experiences, what we manifested to come forward in this new year, okay? And now that we are on an energy of the awareness, the knowing, we know we're gonna be more careful what we project, meaning we're gonna be more logical, okay? It's gonna make sense. The moves are gonna be chess moves, all right? But this Christmas energy is all about you raising this energy to let go, okay? Being one with those that you're supposed to be one with, including yourself, all right? Being one with all energy, all right? And storing the balance, gaining understanding, all right? And if I think I said something about Santa before. Because good old Saint Nick, okay, that means saint. All right, we already know saint is holy and holy is divine. From, or like God, or a God, which is the key. A God. A saint is a God. All right, you reaching your God energy. God energy is being one with all, especially self. All right. Even around Christmas, some people might be mad as hell. Don't want to deal with certain people, family members. But that Christmas energy make you see things on a higher perspective. Okay? Make you say, fuck it. It is what it is. Because it ain't about being mad. It's about being jolly. It's about the joy. All right? But this is all about energy vibrating. Okay? At a higher frequency. Okay? If you look up claws, the symbolism behind the word claws, it's people of victory. Santa Claus, God of victory. Because God is one, people is one. Okay, that's a mass of people. All right? Rudolph. No, mama, leave that alone. Get down. Get down. Rudolph. Okay, I'm going to get to the name of Rudolph. I'm going to break down the aspects dealing with Rudolph. Rudolph, for one, is a deer, okay? As we know, the reindeer. Deer symbolizes awareness, an unconditional love, okay? Mindfulness, great elders, as to all, as to oneness to self, all right? Let me get one of them, please. And we know Rudolph has a red nose, all right? Look at her. We know he has a red nose. Red nose dealing with your root, your foundation, also love, courage, okay? And your fire, your spark, your lights. All right? So you are conscious, aware during this time as well. You're surrounding yourself with unconditional love of self. Claws, claws, claws. So many layers. Yes, so many layers. It's so many layers. I agree with that. It is so many layers. Okay? And I think the reason being is because you have high perspectives and you have low perspectives of everything. You have a dark and a light in everything, including words. High vibrations and low vibrations. All right? So Rudolph, you're aware, you're conscious aware, you're surrounded around unconditional love because that's what the deer symbolizes, okay? Being connected with all, one, your elders, with self, with family, okay? Friends. All right? Including your root and your foundation. All right? So everything at that moment, okay, during this time of year, the fire is lit. All right? Yep, Jesus, devil, same. Yep, it's the same thing, different reflection. High, low. Then we got the 12 reindeers. Now, that used to be my first song. My favorite song. That used to be my favorite song right there, okay? I still sing it to this day. But we know the 12, if you add it together, to get it singular down to a numerology term of breaking down, okay, it's 3. There we go with the Christ energy, the 12 disciples. All right? What else we got? 12. The 12 calendar months. What is it? The 12 levels of school. All right. You know, everything rising to your higher self, to your Christ energy. Okay. You gaining the knowledge. All right. Learning the lessons. The 12 zodiacs. Yes. Yes. All dealing with you getting to your Christ energy. The 12 steps, the 12 levels. All right. And I've already said what this 3 represents, which is your Christ energy, your holy energy, your holy trinity, the Christ consciousness, the divine energy, your mind, body, soul, the heaven, earth, and water. Okay, the birth, the death, the transition. All right, the 12 cranial nerves, the 12 glands. Yes. Yes. All these are in connection. Especially the 12 tribes, okay? Come on, sis. Yes. Energy is coming together as one. All this, walk in through the house, thought said, okay, and will. Okay? I need to have a conversation. Now, going back with this heaven, this earth, and this water, okay? We know heaven is your crown. Earth deals with the heart, okay, existence of life. And your water, if you don't know, it symbolizes energy. All right? Frequency. Birth. All right? Now, this good old elf. Hey, sis. This good old elf, okay? This is if you, I looked it up. I knew what it was, but I just looked it up to get further, some more knowledge of it and see what other perspectives out there, you know. And elf is the interconnection of a nature, right? We are nature. Happy holidays, bro. The true wave coming online. Yes. Okay. Okay. The interconnection of nature. We are nature. Nature is all. Okay? Mother's nature. All right? So this is the interconnection of your nature, okay? Your true God self, your true energy, okay? All dealing with inside of you, okay? Like we used to say, the inner child. All right? We're all in our inner child energy right now. All right? It's Christmas times. It's Christmas time. All right? We're all in our child energy. The purest energy that exists inside of all of us. All right? The all. Everything. All right? What is else always dressed in? Red and green. Red and green. Red dealing with your foundation. your roots. Okay. Green dealing with your heart, the earth, the inner sense. Yes, I love that. Nature, natural, neutral, essence, purity, refinement. Indeed. Okay. The inner sense, I love that. Yes. The common sense. You know, kids got the most common sense than us damn adults do. Our kids got more sense than us. Trust. Okay? But this day alone, it be full with you dealing in the energy of your roots, your foundation, and your heart. This season, you connect with your foundation, your roots. Okay? Not just family members, but inside of you. All right? You get back to the natural roots of you. All right? And you raise the vibration of energy, the vibrations in your heart. All right? Which connects to the energy in the earth, which is the heart as a whole. All right? The day of Christmas is on the 25th. To break it down to get numerology, and I've always said, numerology is the best route to go. The inner universe, yes. Especially when it comes to these numbers. All right? Because that's how, even if you look up like an angel number stuff, it's still dealing with the numerology. All right? 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 in biblical terms is the unity of the 4 corners of earth/heart, which is your heart, with the Holy Trinity, Christ energy, Christ consciousness. When your vibrations rise in your heart, you connect to your Christ energy or your Christ consciousness. All right? Especially the last 3 days of the crucifixions, as we are reborn later tonight, as we are one with the nature, the sun. Indeed, sis. Yes. Yes. The universe is mathematically already. It is. It is. Indeed. That's how these scientists communicate when it deals with the universe. All right? It's symbols and the numbers. All right? There's also your divine energy dealing with the number 7 numerology. Okay? And also mentioned in Revelations, your 7 churches, your 7 angels, your 7 seals, your 7 trumpets, your 7 stars. All right? Your 7 chakras. All right? Also, your 7 chakras. Okay? And if you add these numbers up, you get 12 again. Here we are with the Christ consciousness. All right? You tapping into your subconscious. So you can project something more out of your consciousness. All right? This is the energy that's taking place, that's flowing. All right? You manifesting. You've already manifested. Now you're putting it in perspectives to be pushed out into your reality, your journey, your experience. All right? I looked up the symbolisms behind the 7 churches and the 7 angels and stuff like that. Now, if you look up churches for symbolism. It deals with the alpha and omega. The alpha and omega, also your masculine and your feminine energy. All right. The heart, the dove, which is purity, and the crucifix, which is rex. I can never get this word right. Resurrection, okay, of your light. All right. Angels, all right. That's your spirit guides, your great elders, your ancestors, okay? Your energy period, higher self, all right? The seals deal with your independence and your self-government, okay? Excuse me. Now, also at this time, we are walking in the times of revelation, because at the end of the book, it deals with revelations. But the ending is not an ending, it's a beginning for something new, all right? That's going to take place in the new year, which is the new you, all right? The trumpets, okay, that's a horn. It blows, all right? You're releasing, okay? Releasing the energy, your awareness, all right? Okay? So you becoming one, not only with self, okay, the masculine, feminine energy, but all, okay, to gain your own independence and your self-government, to release, to gain awareness, okay? Because when you see the stars, the 7 stars, which is the light, your aura, or your rays of light, or your self-guidance, okay? Your self-guidance in your journey, all right? This energy is also taking place during this time of seasons to be jolly, okay? All this to push with the ending of Silent Nights, okay? If you read the book of Dealing with Silent Night, or the song, okay? The biblical aspect, okay, of Jesus being born into the manger. This is you, okay? The Jesus was born that day, okay? Jesus represents your Christ consciousness, your first eye, okay? Your light, the Son of God. All right. So you are birthing this light. Okay. Because light was born that day. Okay. Christ was born, which is the Christ energy. Masculine and feminine as one. You being one with yourself. Okay. Your foundation, your root inside within you, and with your family, and with your friends, or whoever. Okay. All energy. All right. To birth your light, to create a spark of light, which is the birth of Jesus, which is the birth of light. Okay? Every time we are going through seasons, when we fall back in fall, we're going into the isolation in winter to be able to birth in spring. All right? These biblical terms, okay, scientific terms, all right, and other perspectives still remain the same as one. It's the same thing when dealing with energy. Christ, Lord, Savior, okay? Energy light, okay? And which is your Savior, okay? Your own light is your Savior, all right? Conscious light saves self when you are stuck in your light. In your dark or the night, all right? It was a silent night, all right? Silence in your isolation to figure out where to go, to become aware of your next move, okay? Because once you become focused and you become one with all, Christ is born. All right? A new you is born. All right? Silence is peace. No sound is noise. And we know in silence is darkness. There's nothing. Okay? That's night. All right? Night is dark. Okay? We get gifts on Christmas, which symbolizes the abundance in all of us. All right? The abundance energy of giving. All right? Not just the gift of energy. All right? And prosperity. All right? The saint, which is Santa, also, okay, which is your Christ energy, okay? Comes at night and dark. Santa comes at dark, comes in the night to bring you your gifts, all right? The abundance, all right? Because we create in our darkness, all right? And in the morning, the triple darkness of space from which the light comes. Yes. Yes. Okay? Yes. So when the sun rises in the morning, greatness is birthed. Joy is birthed. Balance is birthed. Happiness is birthed. Those past issues, whatever angry shits, that's gone. Only new energy is birthed. All right? Greetings. All right? Greetings to the new you. And I know, before we said, morning, I've been there too, not using certain words because, we say it occurs us. But like I was saying earlier, everything has a high and a low, okay? It has a light and a dark side, all right? And morning, we've connected it to mourning as being to mourn, all right? And if you want to look at that low perspective of that, then that's fine because we've all been there. But to understand that the morning is the rise, all right? Is a rising, okay, of your light, all right? The light of joy, the light of happiness, all right? The light of creations, the sun, okay? All right? Your first eye, the rising, all right, of your light. All right? So I understand the context of, going through that part of my experiences, and I know many of us have with the whole morning and morning. But if you're conscious aware of what you're saying, okay, it's not how you say it, it's what you project. So if you think you are mourning, okay, then that's the energy you're going to project. But if you know that this is a morning, okay, the rising of the sun, the rising of my light, okay, then you're going to project that. All right? I know these word plays can be tricky, but dealing with this energy, You get your gifts in the morning. Okay? That's you rising in your energy, into your Christ energy, your Christ consciousness. All right? And you gaining your abundances in your light. All right? I love great rising too, and grand rising. All right? But it's all about what you project. All right? All words, like I said, have a reflection too and similarities. All right? Now back to this pine tree, and then I'm going to get out of here. Now the pine tree also symbolizes, the genius in Latin. All right? Pine represents the genius in Latin. Okay? Above rank. Okay? Birth, race, and a stock. All right? Also in Latin is penis. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Okay? The morning star. Okay, sis? I know it sounds kind of crazy. Okay? Penis. Okay? Because it's a penis tree. All right? That's the origin of the word pine. All right? And that means wisdom and longevity. Longevity. All right? Immorality, eternal life. Also, if you know anything about mathematics, you know the pi is a ratio, okay, of a circle of 3.14, on and on and on and on. But we're just going to keep it there. 3.14, okay? And if you add them numbers up, that number is 8, okay? We dealing with the infinite energy, okay? Connecting to the pine tree, all right? And it's also, the pi is also the 16 letter in, is this the infinity? Hold up. Oh, the penis. I'm sorry, the P. It's also the 16 letter in Greek, okay? And nus, the end of the pi, okay, you got NUS, which is nus. It symbolizes the mind, okay? Your thought. And it's the 13th letter in Greek. And it also symbolizes accurate thoughts, all right? So once again, we're dealing with the infinite energy, the divine energy, okay? That's connected to the mind, which is the experiences, which is the matrix, which is your creations, all right? Being one, all right? On one foundation, okay? Pine also in Latin is Leo. It's also a term Leo, which is, Leo is the lion, dealing with astrology. All right. And if you look up lying, the symbolism for lion, I'm sorry, y'all. It is a courage or a conscious light. All right. Now, before we get to our milk and cookies and head out for the night, we always have our milk and cookies out at night. Okay? For old good old Saint Nick to come out, which is that God energy. All right? And normally, back in the day, and probably years back, okay, those cookies was chocolate chip, okay? Nowadays, they just be different kind of cookies, sugar cookies and all kind of shit. But normally, okay, the origin of cookies for Christmas night was chocolate chip, all right? The chocolate chip cookie, all right, with a glass of milk. How is it? This is so powerful to end the night with the milk and the cookies, because of course the milk will representation of your light, all right, and the cookie will representation of the darkness, being one, the yin and yang, okay, and still in the balance, all right, dipping your chocolate into the light or into the milk, all right, you know, we got to quench our thirst. You know, we got to quench that thirst after that. We don't ate that cookie. And, you know, even quench is to extinguish. Okay. All right. You got to become one and be balanced. Okay. Let go and move on. All right. With a thirst, a desire to drink. All right. With a thirst and a desire to project newness. All right. So, there you have it. You know, family. I got a little bit more than what I had before. But I know we have some people that still, you know, don't celebrate Christmas, and that's fine. You might not celebrate it with the pine tree and the Christmas lights and the gifts, but you still partake in the energy. Okay? And that's all that matters when it comes to you rising into your Christ consciousness, okay, and being balanced in your heart. All right? Nobody wants to be a Grinch. All right? And even the Grinch softened up on Christmas. All right? And I am out of here, my family, my dear. And I will see y'all on the next one, on the next clip. And everybody have a great holiday and a great Christmas. Okay? Whole thing over here. Yes. It's that energy. Yes, bro. Got to. Don't neglect the children from what you used to do. Then we become, you know, what they say, contradicting. Okay? Go back to the time when you was a child and you celebrated it. And your parents celebrated it with you. Or even if your parents didn't. But you seen those twinkle in the other kids' eyes that you wanted too. Alright? But that's it, family. I'm out of here. So love, peace, and oneness. And I will see y'all on the next live.